Okay, so as I was so fearfully interrupted, this is the state of our country, boy. Anyway, can't walk back and forth in Manhattan. So I'm still recording basically the same area. So the government can spend $3 billion a state recording us, but we can't record public space. Thanks. Fuckers, man. Like, every place is sensitive. Are marathons sensitive now? Like, what the heck? Anyway, so the other investment opportunity, because it's really important for our networks that are doing social action, even if you just invest like $100 in tax liens, you're guaranteed a return on your investment by the Fed and the U.S. military, so that's super security. But the second part is that if the person that you bought the lien on fails to fulfill their tax obligations, you will acquire property, their property. Whatever tax lien you got on that property, you'll acquire that property. So these people that I spoke with in D.C. had personal stories of friends who had purchased tax liens for almost nothing, and like $1,000 tax lien, and now own like a 10-acre plot of land in a city somewhere. So it's insane. So say for all people that I care about, people of the cause, invest in tax liens. The other thing to invest in is something called Prosper or Prosperity. I think it's prosper.com. I think. I have to double check the name of the URL. In this, it cuts out the middleman of the bank. You basically become a banker. I am an unorthodox person who has occupied, and I'm not an occupier. I'm a person. But anyway, you basically become a money lender. And so people who can't get credit because their credit score is all messed up, and these corporate banks are total douchebags, and don't do anything to provide liquidity, but actually just hoard money and make it so that if you want to actually create something, you have to pay such a ridiculous dividend, or there's all this hidden crap in contracting. But you can do basically small loans, like even $10, $20 to a hedge, or like a sort of like a secure set of people. Well, there's no guarantee that loan will be will have been invested into something that's successful, but you spread it across like 15 individuals. A lot of people who are in developing countries are using this to get like very small loans, and then like the average return on investment is again like 9 to 20%. So you basically become an investor and a money lender overnight. So anybody who has cash or any amount of assets, I highly recommend using that to diversify funds, because then you become a direct investor. You're not basically playing you're not playing crapshoots with with a bunch of Titanics in a giant ocean of icebergs, i.e. the Dow Jones and NASDAQ. While we have like cybersecurity issues throughout the United States, China, and Russia, and while we have like an emerging war with Syria and major instability in those arenas, but tons of stability cropping up in localized economies, small investments in the Sector D, which is like basically the black market, quote unquote, or where it's all cash, accounts for now I think 75% of the global economy. Like the GDP and what we can keep track of is not accounting for crap. I could give you a TED talk on that. And so there's way too many opportunities right now for strong investments. I mean, basically land, capital, small investments, land, tax liens are totally good. And, like you can even take out a loan, probably do this. And if you did it with a different currency, like let's say New Zealand or Australia or Swiss francs, you would have a ridiculously solid investment. And start producing stuff yourself. I've got a number of projects that are being funded by other individuals that can't do social action. Like either they're elders that have been doing community organizing and they're being attacked by New York City with fraudulent water bills, or having their community house like taken by predatory lenders. I can explain those things later, but this is like a brief synopsis of like the opportunities that there are. And so if my grandfather's trust can't do that, at least some of my friends can do that and know about these things, and they should do it, and like don't delay. I can just reference the fact that in like 2009 I was recommending people invest in like transmit their stuff into bitcoins. So it pays off. Take care. Bye.